Question 1. The common thread among organizations managing hybrid environments with both on-premise and cloud-based security gateways is the challenge of maintaining consistent policy enforcement. What is the most effective strategy to achieve synchronized policy updates across both environments using Checkpoint R features? A. Manually export the policy package from the security management server and import it on each gateway. B. Utilize Smart Update to push separate policies to each gateway manually. C. Leverage the central security management server with policy targets configured for all applicable gateways. D. Implement policy mirroring by creating duplicate rules on each gateway. Answer. Correct answer. C. Leverage the central security management server with policy targets configured for all applicable gateways. Explanation. In A. Centralized management using the security management server enables unified policy enforcement across heterogeneous environments, including cloud and on-premise deployments. By assigning appropriate policy targets to each gateway, administrators ensure that policy installations are consistent, auditable, and version controlled. Options A and B are manual and error-prone approaches, violating principles in centralized policy management outlined in the Smart Dashboard Administrator Guide. Option D introduces risks of divergence and increased overhead. Question 2. The prevailing attitude toward performance tuning on Checkpoint R security gateways emphasizes which of the following methods to maximize throughput efficiency in environments experiencing high connection rates. A. Disabling SecureXL and relying solely on CoreXL. B. Enabling both SecureXL and CoreXL and monitoring with FWAXL stats and CPView. C. Increasing kernel debug levels to optimize packet inspection accuracy. D. UFWinner in high availability mode to capture real-time acceleration metrics. Answer. Correct answer. B. Enabling both SecureXL and CoreXL and monitoring with FWAXL stats and CPView. Explanation. SecureXL enhances packet acceleration by bypassing kernel inspection for allowed traffic, while CoreXL distributes traffic processing across multiple CPU cores. Enabling both is the recommended best practice for optimizing performance as supported in the R Performance Tuning Administration Guide. Tools FWAXL stats and CPView allow real-time traffic monitoring. Disabling acceleration A or increasing debug levels C reduces performance. Option D MIS-UFWinner, which is not designed for acceleration tracking. Question 3. The correlation between ClustXL synchronization states and security event consistency is often misunderstood. What is the most critical factor to ensure event consistency during failover in a ClustXL high availability setup? A. Using independent virtual routers for each node. B. Ensuring synchronization interfaces are on the same subnet with sufficient bandwidth. C. Configuring asymmetric routing through Smart Dashboard. D. Allowing CCP traffic through internet-facing interfaces. Answer. Correct answer. B. Ensuring synchronization interfaces are on the same subnet with sufficient bandwidth. Explanation. For ClustXL to maintain session consistency and a seamless failover experience, sync interfaces must be on the same subnet and have dedicated high-bandwidth connections. This ensures the connection and state tables are transferred efficiently. The ClustXL admin guide for R explicitly discourages using sync over-routed or networks. Option is unrelated to sync consistency. Option C affects routing logic, not sync. Option D introduces security risks and is incorrect per best practices. Question 4. The central argument for using threat emulation in R over traditional antivirus scanning lies in its approach to advanced persistent threats apps, which best illustrates its primary advantage. A. It uses a signature-based database updated daily. B. It emulates potentially malicious files in a virtual sandbox before allowing execution. C. It only scans email attachments received via SAP. D. It functions only within the perimeter firewall and cannot be extended to endpoint devices. Answer. Correct answer. B. It emulates potentially malicious files in a virtual sandbox before allowing execution. Explanation. Threat emulation provides protection against zero-day attacks by detonating suspicious files in a controlled virtual environment to analyze behavior before delivery to the user. This behavior-based analysis surpasses signature-based detection and is aligned with Checkpoint's R threat prevention strategy. Option is outdated antivirus methodology. Option C restricts scope incorrectly. Option D ignores endpoint integration via Sandblast agent, reducing its described capability. Question 5. Several experts suggest that diagnosing issues with VPN tunnel establishment in R often begins with verifying which critical factor first: A. The version compatibility of the client and the remote gateway. B. The configuration of NAT traversal settings. C. The phase 1 proposal matching on both peers. D. The configuration of the interface MTU on the external link. Answer. Correct answer. C. The phase 1 proposal matching on both peers. Explanation. VPN tunnel negotiation begins with phase 1, which includes authentication and encryption proposal exchange. Mismatches in these proposals' encryption algorithms #DH group will prevent tunnel establishment. As detailed in the VPN admin guide for R, these parameters must align. NAT B impacts tunnels across NAT devices. Secondary. Version compatibility A and MTU size. D may affect stability, but not initial establishment. Question 6. The foundation of reliable backup strategies in Checkpoint R relies on understanding the distinctions between different backup methods. Which method best ensures a system state-level restoration in case of catastrophic failure? A. Manual copy of their directory to a remote server. B. Use of Gaia snapshot to capture full OS and configuration state. C. Upgrade export command used periodically. P. cpconfig export utility configured with cron. Answer. Correct answer. B. Use of Gaia snapshot to capture full OS and configuration state. Explanation. Gaia snapshots in R create a complete image of the OS configuration and checkpoint files, enabling full system recovery. It is the only method supporting bare metal restoration. Upgrade export is used for migrating configurations, but not the OS. C. Manual copies. A. Do not preserve dependencies or the environment. cpconfig. D. Export SIC and admin data, but not complete state, per Gaia administration guide. Question 7. The most significant aspect of SecureXL's architecture lies in how it integrates with packet flow in Checkpoint R. What happens to packets processed in the fast path? A. They bypass the security gateway entirely. B. They are inspected once and then allowed through without additional inspection. C. They are forwarded by SecureXL kernel module without being sent to the firewall kernel. D. They are cloned for analysis but still passed to the firewall daemon. Answer. Correct answer. C. They are forwarded by SecureXL kernel module without being sent to the firewall kernel. Explanation. In the fast path, SecureXL handles packets that match previously approved connections without passing them through the full inspection kernel. This accelerates throughput dramatically. The R performance tuning admin guide states that only policy changing traffic or first packets go through the full firewall path. Option is incorrect, as traffic must pass through at least part of the system. Option B describes medium path. Option D is unrelated. Question 8. Many people assume that enabling IPS protection slows down traffic significantly. However, how does R mitigate performance degradation while maintaining threat prevention efficacy? A. By implementing threat cloud emulation on every packet. B. By using signature-less protection exclusively. C. By using performance-optimized protections and core protections only. D. By enabling automatic activation of protections across all gateways. Answer. Correct answer. C. By using performance-optimized protections and core protections only. Explanation. R introduces profiles with performance-tuned protections based on risk and frequency of attack, such as the recommended or optimized profile. Core protections include the most commonly exploited vulnerabilities. This layered approach balances performance and protection as detailed in the IPS admin guide. Threat cloud emulation, resource-intensive and not always needed. Signature-less protection, B alone is insufficient. Auto-activation, D can overload the system without tuning. Question 9. What factors contribute to a successful management high availability, high configuration in Checkpoint R? Synchronizing only the firewall policy between the primary and secondary servers. B. Using SmartLog exclusively for real-time synchronization of logs. C. Enabling automatic full synchronization of policy, objects, and logs. D. Disabling policy installation on the secondary server to reduce conflict. Answer. Correct answer. C. Enabling automatic full synchronization of policy, objects, and logs. Explanation. Management HIR involves continuous synchronization of configuration databases, policies, and logs between primary and secondary servers. This ensures that the standby server is ready to assume control at any time. As per the OR Management HIR guide, automatic full sync is essential. Option. A limit sync scope incorrectly. SmartLog. B is a log viewer, not a sync mechanism. Option D would defeat the purpose of HIR readiness. Question 10. The core principles of troubleshooting firewall connectivity issues in Checkpoint are often begin with inspecting kernel-level processes, which command is best suited for capturing real-time packet flow in these situations. A. EDUM. IF port 443. B. FW Unisa. We acceptor C. Netstat. And D. Top. Answer. Correct answer of FW Unita. A. Accepted explanation FW Unita captures packet flow at multiple inspection points within the checkpoint kernel, pre-inbound, post-inbound, pre-outbound, post-outbound. It is invaluable for diagnosing packet loss, drops, or NAT issues. EC-dump A is limited to interface-level monitoring. A Netstat C shows connections but no packet flow. Top D monitors EPU, not traffic. FW Unita is a core tool in the CLIET tool. Question 11. The implications of misconfigured NAT rules in a dual ISP setup are critical for business continuity. Mr. Langley is managing an organization using ISP redundancy with load sharing mode configured across two ISPs. He notices that VPN tunnels intermittently fail when using ISP. What should Mr. Langley check first to ensure VPN stability in this configuration? A. Ensure ISP is using IP pool NAT and not hide NAT for VPN domains. B. Validate that ISP is configured as the primary link for outbound VPN. C. Confirm that link selection is set to use statically nated IP for outgoing traffic. D. Disable dynamic routing advertisements for ISP. Answer. Correct answer. C. Confirm that link selection is set to use statically nated IP for outgoing traffic. Explanation. In ISP redundancy with VPNs, proper link selection configuration is essential to ensure consistent peer identification during IP negotiations. Checkpoint recommends setting link selection to use a statically nated IP, especially when ISP load sharing is enabled, to prevent mismatches. Option A may improve NAT handling but is not the root cause. B doesn't apply in load sharing. D is unrelated to VPN tunnel failure. Question 12. Throughout the course of security gateway maintenance, an administrator decides to perform kernel debug to investigate drops on a specific rule, which is the most appropriate action to take before initiating kernel debugging to avoid performance degradation. A. Restart the firewall to clear any existing logs and memory. B. Enable full debug ORTL, debug all immediately. C. Identify and load only the relevant debug modules URL debug. D. Execute top to monitor CPU. Then start all debug levels. Answer. Correct answer. C. Identify and load only the relevant debug modules or yellow debug. M. Explanation. In A. Kernel debugging can significantly affect performance. The recommended method is to activate only specific modules relevant to the issue you will debug. M. This approach minimizes system impact. Option B will overload the system. A is unnecessary. D does not mitigate the performance risks of full debugging. Question 13. Based on the information available in a distributed management deployment, what is a key operational difference when using multi-domain security management (MDMM) compared to a standard single domain configuration? A. MDSMM stores all domains in a single rule base. B. Each domain management server manages its own set of policies and objects. C. Global policies cannot be applied across domains. D. MDSMM requires security gateways to be assigned to more than one domain. Answer. Correct answer. B. Each domain management server manages its own set of policies and objects. Explanation. Multi-domain security management in R enables segmentation of administrative control. Each domain management server (DMS) maintains independent databases, policies, and administrators, offering flexibility and security. Option A is false. Each domain has its own rule base. Global policies can be applied. C. Gateways are not shared across domains. D. Question 14. From a historical standpoint, Ista Abidi has been using SmartEvent to monitor real-time threats across multiple gateways. He notices duplicate events for the same incident across logs. What is the most likely cause, and how can it be resolved? A. The log server is running outdated firmware. B. SmartEvent is not aggregating correlated events correctly. C. The event policy has duplicate correlation units. D. Real-time processing is disabled on one of the correlation units. Answer. Correct answer. B. SmartEvent is not aggregating correlated events correctly. Explanation. Duplicate event logs typically indicate issues with event correlation. SmartEvent uses correlation units and event policies to aggregate logs. If aggregation fails, events appear multiple times. This is resolved by tuning the event definitions and thresholds. A is less likely unless major version mismatches exist. C and D are setup issues but not direct causes of duplicate logs. Question 15. The core principles of SecureXL's templates feature are sometimes misunderstood. What is the purpose of SecureXL templates in packet processing? A. Templates bypass stateful inspection for outbound TCP traffic. B. Templates predefine accepted traffic patterns to accelerate rule matching. C. Templates store full application layer session data for caching. D. Templates isolate traffic into VLANs based on MAC addresses. Answer. Correct answer. B. Templates predefine accepted traffic patterns to accelerate rule matching. Explanation. SecureXL templates in store connection characteristics of allowed traffic after it passes rule inspection, enabling rapid forwarding of similar packets. This avoids repetitive evaluation of firewall rules. Option A is misleading. Stateful inspection is retained. C. Relates to web caching, not SecureXL. D. Concerns VLAN architecture. Question 16. The traditional approach to handling split tunneling in remote access VPNs can pose security risks. Ista chose configuring a mobile access VPN. What is the secure way to control access while minimizing the risk of unauthorized traffic bypassing corporate controls? A. Allow all traffic over split tunnel for performance. B. Force all traffic through VPN and apply firewall policies centrally. C. Use client-based firewall to manage split tunnel traffic. D. Configure IP pool NAT to obscure internal addresses. Answer. Correct answer. B. Force all traffic through VPN and apply firewall policies centrally. Explanation. Disabling split tunneling ensures all remote user traffic passes through the VPN tunnel, allowing the gateway to inspect, log, and control all traffic. This is crucial for preventing direct internet access and data exfiltration. Option A is a performance shortcut but introduces risk. C depends on endpoint compliance. D helps with routing but not traffic control. Question 17. The foundation of efficient policy installation in large enterprises using RLAS in understanding accelerated policy installation. What is its primary advantage? A. It bypasses verification stages to reduce policy compile time. B. It pushes policies to each gateway simultaneously from different sources. C. It reduces downtime by installing policy on multiple gateways in parallel. D. It compresses policy packages to fit into limited memory gateways. Answer. Correct answer. C. It reduces downtime by installing policy on multiple gateways in parallel. Explanation. Accelerated policy installation and automizes policy deployment by parallelizing the installation process across gateways, particularly in distributed environments. This ensures minimal service interruption. It still preserves verification steps. A is false. B is invalid. Policies come from one management server. D. Describe core functionality. Question 18. With respect to debugging VPN tunnel drops, which diagnostic command provides granular insight into ICANN IPsec negotiation stages on R gateways? A. VPN-TP, IQE, FW D, ePUT VP. Answer. Correct answer. B. IQ explanation. IQ is a specialized tool provided by Checkpoint that analyzes negotiation logs, like ELG files, offering step-by-step insight into each phase of VPN negotiation. It's invaluable for identifying mismatches and failures. VPN two-way resets tunnels, not analysis FWNSA. C is packet level, VP to VPN. D gives status, not negotiation detail. Question 19. The question remains whether Gaia OS supports advanced CLI features for automation. What command would best facilitate scheduling a recurring system backup using native shell scripting in Gaia? A. Edit cronjob in Ebulliobin. B. Use WebUI scheduler under maintenance. C. Use clish without cron job command. D. Schedule a task in Gaia portal under SA. Answer. Correct answer. C. Use clish with add cron job command. Explanation. Gaia's clish shell allows administrators to add scheduled tasks directly using add cron job, facilitating automated backups, script execution, and maintenance. The other options are non-native, web-based, or not suited for recurring tasks. Our Gaia CLI reference confirms this best practice. Question 20. A critical examination of management server upgrades in R reveals risks when upgrading production environments without full data preservation. What is the best approach to ensure a smooth upgrade with the ability to roll back? A. Use CP stop and CP tart to pause services during upgrade. B. Perform upgrade export to save configuration, then restore via upgrade import. C. Use snapshot to export only the rule base. D. Rely on WebUI auto upgrade for minor version jumps. Answer. Correct answer. B. Perform upgrade export to save configuration and restore via upgrade import. Explanation. Before upgrading, a management server upgrade export ensures the entire configuration, including objects, policies, and settings, is backed up. It allows full restoration post-upgrade or rollback. This is supported in our upgrade guides. Snapshots, C, are broader but OS specific. C per stop start, A, are operational, not backup. WebUI D lacks control and granularity. Question 21. The development of threat prevention strategies in a multinational enterprise-led ISTA raise to implement both threat extraction and threat emulation. He notices that PDF attachments are being strict even when they seem benign. Which configuration change should he consider to balance usability and security without disabling protection? A. Switch to legacy antivirus scanning mode. B. Configure extraction to convert only if threats found. C. Disable emulation and only allow threat card signatures. D. Ape ATES inspection to scan internal SSL traffic. Answer. Correct answer. B. Configure extraction to convert only if threats found. Explanation. Threat extraction can be configured to extract content always or only when malicious behavior is detected. Setting it to convert only upon threat detection ensures that users receive original documents unless a threat is found, balancing usability and security. Option A reduces protection significantly. C disables proactive defenses. D is unrelated to this issue unless SSL is involved in delivery. Question 22. Many people assume that policy verification failures during install are caused by corrupted rule bases. However, ISTA Kramer repeatedly sees verification failed errors was the most likely root cause in ARA. A gateway has an expired license. B. The policy includes an undefined service or object. C. SIC has not been established between the manager and the gateway. D. Its blade is disabled on the policy layer. Answer. Correct answer. B. The policy includes an undefined service or object. Explanation. Policy verification checks for internal consistencies such as objects or services that are missing, misconfigured, or deleted but still referenced in rules. This is the most common reason for verification failure. A license issue 8 would trigger a different error. SIC problems C impact communication, not verification. IPS blade status D doesn't prevent verification. Question 23. A key distinction between CoreXL and SecureXL technologies lies in how they handle traffic at the kernel level. What best describes their primary function when used together in RR? A. SecureXL distributes VPN tunnels among cores while CoreXL handles packet acceleration. B. CoreXL enhances smart dashboard performance and SecureXL flow cheese traffic. C. CoreXL distributes inspection across multiple CPU cores, while SecureXL accelerates accepted traffic. D. Both are required only when it is enabled on the gateway. Answer. Correct answer. C. CoreXL distributes inspection across multiple CPU cores, while SecureXL accelerates accepted traffic. Explanation. CoreXL leverages multiple CPU cores for concurrent security processing, enhancing scalability and throughput. SecureXL, on the other hand, bypasses kernel inspection for pre-approved traffic, boosting performance. This dual mechanism is essential in modern R deployments. Options A and B misrepresent the roles. D is false. Both can function independently of IPS. Question 24. In summary of VPN troubleshooting, what is the best approach to investigate Phase 2 tunnel failures when using SmartLog and traditional logs do not show relevant details? Enable extended logging in the Smart Dashboard global properties. B. Increase the aggressive mode setting in negotiations. C. UVPN debug ICANN and analyze the ELG file with IPU. D. Re-establish SIG to reset tunnel behavior. Answer. Correct answer. C. Use VPN debug ICANN and analyze the ELG file with IQ. Explanation. When Phase 2 failures occur, the debug 2, VPN debug ICANN, and IPU are essential to analyze negotiation errors not captured by SmartLog. These provide insights into proposal mismatches or traffic selector issues. Option A. Affects event detail but not VPN logs. B. Alt negotiation behavior, not visibility. D. Is drastic and unnecessary unless SIG is truly broken. Question 25. To illustrate this point, Isel Said is conducting an upgrade from R.42 or on the security management server. She wants to retain all configuration and object definitions. Which tool should she prioritize before performing the upgrade? A. cpinfo. B. Upgrade export. C. Snapshot. D. Migrate import. Answer. Correct answer. B. Upgrade export. Explanation. Upgrade export is specifically designed to capture all configuration, objects, policies, and licensing information before an upgrade. It provides a reliable backup that can be imported into the clean R environment. cInfo gathers diagnostics. A. Snapshot includes OS state and is better for local rollback. C. Migrate import. D. Is used on the target system, not before export. Question 26. The effectiveness of security policy analysis can be enhanced through which R tool that provides a visual hierarchical representation of firewall rule traffic hits and usage patterns. A. CPView. B. Smart View Tracker. C. Smart Event. D. Smart Reporter. Answer. Correct answer. D. Smart Reporter. Explanation. Smart Reporter offers graphical and statistical views of rule usage, traffic hits, bandwidth trends, and security events over time. This helps administrators fine-tune rules and eliminate unused entries. Smart View Tracker. B. Offers detailed logs, but no visuals. CPView. A. Monitors performance. Smart Event. C. Is focused on event correlation, not rule usage trends. Question 27. What would happen if the Cluster Control Protocol (CCP) packets are dropped between ClusterXL members? A. Failover occurs instantly with no impact. B. Members continue operating independently in active-active mode. C. The cluster breaks. Each node believes the other is down, leading to split brain. D. CCP automatically reroutes packets through the Internet interface. Answer. Correct answer. C. A cluster breaks. Each node believes the other is down, leading to split brain. Explanation. If CCP packets are lost or blocked, e.g. by a misconfigured switch or firewall, each member assumes the other is offline. This results in both attempting to become active simultaneously and split brain, which can disrupt traffic and cause duplicate NAT or drop sessions. Active-active behavior. B is not supported in it. CCP does not reroute. D. It oversimplifies the issue. Question 20. In what ways can the cpstat command family support proactive monitoring of R gateway performance? A. It archives logs and exports threat reports. B. It adjusts cost bandwidth limits during peak usage. C. It provides module-specific statistics including VPN, firewall, and interface health. D. It creates policy installation logs and error outputs. Answer. Correct answer. C. It provides module-specific statistics including EPN, firewall, and interface health. Explanation. The CPStat family EPSL ECPN provides real-time stats on firewall modules, VPN tunnels, interface states, and licensing, helping admins proactively detect issues. It does not archive logs, A. Adjust costs, B. Or handle policy installation outputs, D. Those are handled by other tools like SmartLogAdder. Question 29. By evaluating the boot sequence on a checkpoint gateway running Gaia, what component is responsible for initiating the firewall processes after the kernel is loaded? A. Start by AWSC in a D scripts D watchdog. Answer. Correct answer. A. EP start explanation. CPSTART is responsible for starting all checkpoint-specific processes as subvened atro to the Linux Gaia kernel, and system services have load of there. B is the management process but doesn't start others. Init D. C is Linux based and proceeds EP start. Watchdog D monitors processes but does not initiate them. Question 30. The growing trend in automating firewall administration has led to increased use of the checkpoint management API RR. Which task is most appropriate for API-based automation? A. Reinstalling a failed cluster node. B. Editing the kernel buffer table. C. Creating network objects and publishing changes. D. Restarting Gaia system processes remotely. Answer. Correct answer. C. Creating network objects and publishing changes. Explanation. Checkpoint management is allow automation of object creation, policy manipulation, session management, and publishing tasks. These are key for DevOps workflows and SICT pipelines. Reinstalling nodes, A. Editing kernel tables, B. And restarting processes, D. Require client web view, not management of these.